Hi there, welcome to the Beaten Trail. This episode we take you out on one of our team rides to the east of Anthracite Outdoor Adventure Area. Now we usually travel the west, but we were determined to find some new trails and to get back to some old favorites. It was a chilly day in April, but the sun was out and it was warming up, and it was a full house at Anthracite Outdoor Adventure Area. We parked in the upper lot, and everybody else had gotten there a little earlier than we did, so we were able to gather with them. For this particular ride, Frank got the Action camera, and he would be filming a lot of additional footage from the passenger seat of Gary's ride. Thank you, Frank. We have a couple other videos where you can check out some of his camera work. The east side has some great single-digit trails, and what do we mean by this? Well, you could go down Trail 1 towards the portal, and then you just pretty much hit 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All these trails are great, and they go out to the east, and a lot of winding and puddles and mud and a lot of fun. And once you find some water and mud, you cannot say no. Same thing goes for the whole team. We had Doc and Gary and both Franks, and we were out there enjoying as much as we could when it came to a beautiful trail day and some mud and a little bit of off-roading just for the sake of being out there. Notice that a good amount of people are not subscribed, but they still watch the videos. Please help us by subscribing and hitting the notification bell. You'll be notified of all new videos that come up, so you can check them out as soon as they are online. Now, spring was here. The greenery had not really filled in yet, but we were able to get down some narrow trails and find a little mud, a little bit of rutted out trails, and a little fun. Coming up the Powerline Trail, we would take a break up here and catch up and clean our camera lenses, have a drink of water and a snack before we moved further on.
I had a full face out, man. I'm like watching the camera and I turn and he goes into the thing and it goes, I'm like, oh.
Two hours, 40 minutes.
How far? You know how far you are from Shane?
No, he's in Frederick.
He's closer up.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're further south.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Fun. And where do you guys miss the most of all the places we've ridden?
I'm still saying Durham Town. That Durham Town is still on my list.
I've not been to those places, but mine is Hatfield.
Yeah.
The places that I've ridden with you guys.
Yeah.
So.
How about you, Don?
I think Durham Town was my favorite.
The smooth, high-speed trails?
Yeah. Fun. Yeah, trying to chase you down.
That was fun in the Honda, because we were like, I had the Honda, right? Yeah.
I had the Honda.
Yeah, we were zipping in and out.
Yeah, that's right.
They're like, you can't catch me. No, I had the Can-Am.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a definitely worth. We got to get back to.
You got Hatfield coming up, right?
Yeah, I got SSRT on the 18th, here on the 26th. Although I don't know if I'm going to do east or west.
Okay.
If we can find some good stuff out here, maybe we'll do east. Yeah, and then I got Pioneer for a day or two before Hatfield with Keith, and then maybe a day on the way back. But we'll see. So.
And Tar Hollow.
Tar Hollow as well. Yeah.
Tar Hollow's in June.
June 6, 7, yeah. We're going to see what we're doing.
Big Frank said he's going to try to come.
Can try.
It's pretty good. They got 2 loops, and they're all one direction.
Yeah.
Everything's one direction.
So you do just go. You have fun.
Yeah, and you can break off to some blues.
Flip the talent on its side.
That's what you flipped over?
Yeah, I was chasing Rich and Alec. Alec had an 1000X Talon, and Rich has the YXZ. And I was last in line, and they all made a turn, and I saw it too late. And I turned, and the whole thing just went boom right over, and I was like, ouch.
Anybody coming back?
My elbow went right in my rib into the door, and it sounded a lot worse than it was.
That's what happened to me at Hatfield McCoy. We were going back to the campground. We were like 30 minutes away, and I was going too fast and hit an embankment and flipped over.
Oh.
You did it. Your insurance took care of it, right?
Yeah, insurance took them a year though, to because the parts.
Yeah.
Back then, I think
It
we were
smashed
still
the
around
cage.
that COVID time.
It was this machine?
Actually the whole side. Yes, the driver's side. They had to replace all the panels.
And did the dealer do it through?
I took
Yeah.
it back to the dealer.
Nice. Didn't you used to have a spare tire up there?
Yeah, but I took it off. It's in my garage, but because these are 10 ply, I don't need it.
Yeah. You just carry some Gluetread and sidewall slugs. Yeah.
Famous last words.
Yeah. Well, like I said, as we tell everybody, sidewall slug, Gluetread, compressor, and plugs. Just you can fix almost anything unless you shatter a rim. A little bit more riding and less talking, and we'll see you guys later.
Sounds good.
Some of these trails do lead down into a dead end. We have been up this hill before, and it's nothing major, but it certainly is entertaining. We always like some rocks to climb, and Frank was able to hang out of the passenger side and get some good video. Well, most of the time, the lens was clean. Good job, Frank.
Frank's on full tilt. Hold on, let me get that. God, I'll just pull up a little.
Keep in mind, on the east side, you will have some limited recovery areas, so pay attention to the signs. It can go from tire deep to even more very quickly. Gary was exploring and taking us down around some trails. He was leading, and while we all did have a map, we wanted to get out and enjoy a little bit of a challenge. But before then, we would find a place for lunch. Maybe someplace in the sun where we can park, throw the drone up a little bit, and enjoy some conversation. It's not often we get to catch up too much with the Franks and Doc and Gary, and it was good to just relax a little bit.
What kind of tires? Those are O-Bar Lynx, 35-inch. There's an all-terrain tire. They do real well on the mud. And never been stuck with them before.
What's the ply on them?
10 ply.
Yeah,
That's
10
what I like. I took my spare tire off because I don't think I'm gonna have a puncture. So they've been great tires for about a year now.
Nice, nice. We'll definitely pick up some Gluetread, a plug, sidewall slug, and you'll be all set and good to go. I think that's kind of like out here. It's probably the best safeguard if you're not going to carry a spare, but yeah. Soon enough, we found the shady woods and some of the deeper mud. Of course, I was a little behind cleaning lenses, so I didn't see the exact path everybody went, and, well, sometimes you get stuck a little bit in the mud.
We got this.
I don't think that's happening, Frank. My boots are wet.
Watch your smokes. Hey, they're still dry.
Come on, water. Bring it down a little.
Anytime.
There's a little hole there somewhere. Keep going.
What do you think, Aaron? Hey. We were defeated by the muddy woods.
Yeah, she took us on. Raptor's great.
I would go there.
That might be a big hole. Ready?
Yeah.
Then, of course, it was my turn. Once again, I saw Doc go one way, and since I was in the back of the line, I followed the best way that I thought was to go, and it really was not the best way. Once you got through the first puddle, I should have made a left, but it made for some interesting wetness, and it didn't really matter. I had boots on. overall, we had a great time, and we will have some future videos with group rides. We do appreciate you joining as a member, help support the channel, and thank you for clicking on our Amazon links before you go shopping. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you out there on the trail. Thanks. We use the DJI drones, we use DJI cameras, we use the Insta360, again, a pocket Osmo we use, and mostly these Noco boosts. You know, there's also some GoPros too, if we really want to be super honest with everything. Here's a GoPro 9. We use these too. So keep it in mind, and if you have any questions, to all the people in YouTube, yeah, we use all these products. So thanks again for watching, and we'll see you out there on the trail. Thanks. Visit Pine Grove Yamaha for sales and service of Yamaha and all other rides. Thank you, Anthracite Outdoor Adventure Area, for supporting the Beaten Trail. Appreciate all our partners. Thank you very much for being along for the ride. Visit our stores for hats and shirts and so much more. We appreciate you watching, and we hope to see you out there on the trail. Thanks.
We're going off the beaten trail. We're going off the